Right, I'm going to show you the two methods that I use for cleaning brass from products that come out of the kitchen cupboards. So the first one is we use half a cup of vinegar with a teaspoonful of salt. We mix that together, stir that all up nicely, and then we pour that into a bowl or something similar, and then it doesn't have to be posh self-raising flour oil, but we basically then mix flour into that, just any old flour will do, and we mix that up, keep adding flour in, and then we mix that up until we get a nice paste, a bit like porridge. So that's mixing up actually quite well. I haven't given you the amounts because once you put a little bit in at a time, just add a little bit of flour at a time, and gradually mix it up, and then say it's coming a bit more like porridge. We'll perhaps put a little bit more in there just to make it a little bit thicker. What we're trying to do is make a paste, like a rubbing paste. So then we'll mix that up to a nice paste, sort of consistency, as I say, roughly speaking, of one of these microwavable porridge mixes. That's what you're aiming for. That's pretty well where we are now with that, I think. It should be fine. And then with the salt and the acidity of the vinegar and the flour creates the sort of rubbing paste, if you like. So then once that's all made up, we then get our brass and we just then rub that into the brass, leave it on for about 10 minutes and then rinse it off with water and then buff it up with a soft dry cloth. So that's one method. The other method that I use for cleaning brass, once again, is products from the kitchen cupboards. So it's the juice of half a lemon. So you squeeze that into a dish. Don't worry about the pips, doesn't really matter too much. Some people say you get a bit more juice out of a lemon if you put it into the microwave for a few seconds. Also a good way of cleaning your microwave, apparently. So then what we do is we add to that a teaspoon of baking powder, and we just put that in there, we mix it up, and then that should all go up to a nice sort of fizzy. I don't know whether you can sort of see that in the camera without me pouring it out of the bowl, but then it's come nice and bubbly and fizzy, so that means that the baking powder is live and is working with the lemon juice. And then I use this sort of for finer detail on brass because you can get it into little nooks and crannies. So sometimes I just brush it on with a little soft brush into the brass, leave it on for 30 minutes, and then I wash it up then I'll wash the lemon juice mixture off with hot water and buff it up with a nice dry cloth, and hopefully that should come up nice and clean and shiny for you.